The views and comments of the co-hosts of this show aren't necessarily those of Inside the Great Outdoors. Any complaints or comments can be sent to them directly at 444-444-4444, extension 4 for Dr. Norm, extension 44 for Carl. Any comments or complaints for Castaway Coolest, you can just leave them to yourself. Welcome back to listening to Inside the Great Outdoors. So you have to work on your boat? It's not... What's the matter with the transom?
Well, I'm not going to tell you because it's a fishing report.
But that's later. This is not now.
This is the fishing report.
No, it's only 9 o'clock.
Well, you said.
Oh, you want to do it early?
No, I wanted to talk about viruses.
Yeah, right. You're asking...
We can both talk about viruses.
Aching for a
you want H5N1 or
no?
I think that's what's nailing the birds.
No, I'm working the. I think it's bird flu. But anyway, bird flu and West Nile, both.
And lacrosse is out there too.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna work on the boat, get the transom fixed.
What's the matter with it?
It's rotten.
Oh.
Got a rotten spot. It's got to get.
So is that a big project?
No, it's got to take it off, put a new one on. We'll
a
cut it up.
Transom?
My son and my, No, it's the board on the transom.
Oh,
there's a board that connects. It's an aluminum boat, so there's a board that.
Then the aluminum.
Oh, so it's not a whole wooden back transom.
No.
Wood. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
So, what kind of wood you using? An oak.
Teak.
Teak?
No.
It'll cost a fortune.
Ply. Ply.
Really?
Marine ply.
Marine ply.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So.
Piece of teak
there's that.
size
We got
would be
some
about
other things to take
$200.
care of. Tires and trailer problems and.
So you're going to be using it?
Attack. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
There's a couple of big tournaments coming up.
Which one?
Crappie tournament?
There's a crappie tournament at Portage Lakes that the Cass Cray is putting on in September.
Okay.
And I want to have my boat ready so
I
can go out and take all those live scopers to school.
Oh.
Take them to the old school and say, you play video games, I'll go fishing. Anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm hoping. If not, we're going to use my son's Grumman sport boat that he has.
How big is his?
17.
Oh.
Mine's 17, too. So,
is yours?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it was that big.
Mm-hmm. But it's, it might be 15. I don't know.
Yeah.
17, 16.
Yeah.
Hike.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's do some work on it.
As you mentioned, some football. Did you happen to watch in the Browns?
Some of it.
Friday.
I was at work. I have to work, Joe. I work all the time. I don't have any fun, and I work really hard. So.
Yeah, right. I'll tell you what.
It was
I
a
know
long
it was
week,
preseason.
Friday was okay.
And everything is taken to, it's not, but I'm telling you, I was surprised. First, I was surprised.
He looked better than anybody else that we've had in the past.
I was surprised that they played him, number one. I was surprised they played him that long, even into the second half.
Well,
but
it's what's going to happen, and it's a classic Browns move.
Yeah.
They're letting him play
so
he can build a tape, and they're going to trade him.
Yeah.
And they're going to get rid of the guy that has some talent that can be developed. He's not perfect.
No.
And he's just a kid, but he can learn and he can develop.
Like
and he
Mayfield.
Can run.
And
they develop and then they get rid
But they're
of him.
not going to. It's the same thing that happened with Antonio Gates, who was just voted into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
He was signed by Cleveland as an undrafted free agent out of Kent State. And they cut him. And he went to San Diego and had a Hall of Fame career.
Yeah. Isn't that something?
Because the Browns don't develop people. They're at this point
they develop
where they
and then
say,
get rid of them.
They say, We need to win right now, and that's not how the game works.
Yeah.
This isn't a video game. These are people that need time to develop. They don't come out of college all ready to go, and boom, 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 they're the best right out of the tank. That's happened with a lot of people. That's what happened with Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
He was okay. He
Yeah.
wasn't great.
Right. But now
But-
look at him.
Yeah. He had the wrong coach.
Yeah.
I don't know about Stefanski, but he's,
I'm not a
he
fan
was
of him.
touted as some big quarterback genius that develops quarterbacks, and he can barely develop a game plan.
Yeah.
And they set these kids up to fail. That's what they turn the ball over on downs all the time.
Yeah.
Because all they do is throw,
Yeah.
they'll throw a deep pass, they'll run the ball up middle, and then
Yeah.
they'll throw
Yeah.
a short 2-yard
Right. And then
pass in the flat to the tight
Yeah.
end.
He played
Punt.
Mayfield when he was injured. That's
Yeah.
what I didn't like about him, you know?
Well, the 2 touchdown passes that Sanders threw were really pretty amazing.
Mhm.
I mean, he threaded
Right on the
He's accurate.
Yeah.
right there.
He's accurate. He's got a fast release.
Yeah.
He's fairly mobile. He's not the
Yeah.
most mobile guy, but
he
he's
ran away
fairly
from
mobile.
problems
And
yesterday.
It's just it's going to be a classic Browns move,
Yeah.
and
But it
his
was enjoyable.
personality rubs people the wrong way, but
Yeah.
that's his personality.
Yeah,
That's not.
it was enjoyable to watch the game.
Yeah.
and defense played well too. You have to take it all into consideration, but it still has validity, But it was nice to see. And then in the Detroit game where the guy got hurt so bad they stopped the game, head injury, but
He's okay.
He's all right.
he's okay. He's got his movement back, but
Yep.
that's kind of scary, And then, but it was enjoyable to watch the game. Unfortunately, next week it's at 1:00 on a Saturday. So, but
The same thing happened to you 2 weeks ago, and look, you're okay.
See
Yeah.
that? Just I need some
That's right.
electrolytes.
They gave him some electrolytes. He's fine.
Well, you did. You gave me that
Some
Redmond
Redmond.
stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and it did. I mean, I popped.
Well, it
right
helped
out
at
of
work too. Again this week, I was
Good.
outside working hard in the sun a lot, and
Yeah,
it
it helped.
yeah,
Good.
and it helped at night too when I was tired and worn out from
Yeah.
working all day,
Yeah,
doing
the
4 stories on a Thursday.
well, I was going to bring you guys some of those other flavored salts.
Mm-hmm.
One is for smoking, and we'll see.
I
But
used
yeah,
some of that on some chicken fingers this week that I made.
Really?
And it was good. It was good.
But
Mm-hmm.
You don't need much, though.
No,
yeah,
it's
no,
it's really
I'm
concentrated.
using their salt, but just a little bit. I'm not getting like I used
I
to
did
use.
see it at Heinen's. I looked for
Oh,
it,
did
and
ya?
I found it at Heinen's.
Oh.
Yeah.
I used to use a lot of salt. I didn't think it mattered, and so I have cut back. But one day I checked the blood pressure was 107. Whoa, I never saw that. But it's been the 120 to 130, and the second number has been 171 to 71
70.
to
Yeah.
75. That's where it
Yeah,
stays.
That's good.
So it's good. But so my diet is right, even though I have some honey. Don't be shaking your head. Now what?
He says your diet is right.
Yeah.
For a guy with a sweet tooth,
Well,
Honey
Yeah,
Kobasi.
that's right.
why do you think I'm such a sweet person?
Honey Joe.
Yeah.
Honey Joe Coolis.
We're trying to
That's your
figure out what's
nickname.
so sweet about you.
I'm surprised you
everything.
don't raise bees.
No, because the guy down the street does. And
Oh,
and
so you just steal his honey.
no, he's using my clover field to produce it.
Oh,
So he's going to give me some. He hasn't given it to me yet. But the nun at church who lives within maybe a mile or two of me is raising honey.
does you
as
make her
hives.
walk to your house?
No,
Okay, I was
they
gonna
fly.
say.
They fly.
She's a flying nun.
Yeah.
Is her name Sister Sally?
Oh, so I heard from Jim this week.
Jim? Yeah.
Okay. He had to call me twice, 3 times.
Uh-oh.
He was, I don't know what the word is, not engulfed. He had to know what is that flower that these bees have been on.
Oh,
And it's
obsessed.
Yes, and I looked it up. Oh, there's a cat something. There's one or two flowers. It's like a miniature, and we found the name, but a miniature dandelion. But a dandelion is like a cluster. This is like a flattened. But I looked it up, and so we found it.
And
but
now
it's
he doesn't know
it's
it.
a broad. See, the way it looked like it was a grass.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a grass; it's a broadleaf. But it just had this long stem, and it's loaded. But the honeybees, man, they were loving it.
You know, the honeybees like my mint for some reason.
I
Mint?
saw a honeybee yesterday.
Huh?
I saw a honeybee yesterday.
One?
Yep.
Oh,
And a
I
few
got
big
lots.
It's
Carpenter
the regular
bees
mint. They don't.
Oh
on a-
yeah, I got lots.
on a button bush.
Oh, wow.
There was a button bush at Mosquito where I was fishing.
Oh, you went to Mosquito again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well then let's take a
You
break.
fish in the
Oh.
causeway?
Yep.
Oh,
We'll take
Yeah,
a
I got a
short
report straight from the causeway.
Oh,
all right.
cause what?
Yeah, the cause was
Was
I
way
have
out of
my
way?
I have my suspicions.
Oh, yeah. Where do you keep them?
Mm-hmm.
In your pocket?
Yep.
Good.
And I
Just
will let them know.
because.
Leave them there.
I will let them know. Let everybody know what my suspicions as to why the fishing wasn't good yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Coming up.
We'll take a break then and be back.
Okay, so you're heartbroken.
No matter what species of fish you target, Kodiak Scents has great products that will help you catch more fish. One of those is Kodiak Candy, specifically designed to attract any species you fish for. Panfish, trout, catfish, or walleye, Kodiak Candy is full of freeze-dried scent. Freeze-drying concentrates the scent and makes it irresistible. Kodiak Candy even works on saltwater fish. Easy to put on the hook, this candy will get the fish's attention and trigger more bites. To order your Kodiak Candy or any of the line of Kodiak scent products, head to www.castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. Do you enjoy a good story about hunting or fishing? Then you need to get your hands on Tales from the Trails, the real-life adventures of Castaway Coulis. Take a journey around the world with Joe as he recounts some of his best hunting and fishing trips, from Africa to Alaska, from behind the Iron Curtain to Australia. You can share in his memories through the book, complete with pictures to take you on the journey. It's a trip back in time looking through the eyes of an outdoors legend. Order your copy today on Amazon or at castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K.com. Thanks for listening to the Inside the Great Outdoors podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or stories you'd like to share, shoot us an email at jcoulis@castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. We'll share your comments with our audience on the following week's show. Thanks again for listening to Inside the Great Outdoors.
Welcome back. Time for the fishing report with Big Daddy Knows Everything.
Oh, I know it all.
Bechtel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, you want to give our suspicions first out of your pocket?
Sure.
Okay.
Yesterday I went out to Mosquito, which is out in Trumbull County, and I was fishing the Route 88 Causeway.
Was there a
And-
lot of people?
Not really.
No.
There were a few boats out, but, you know, it's such a big lake, you can't really tell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There were a lot of people out fishing, but it was really hot.
Yeah.
And,
Are there a lot of weeds on Mosquito this year?
yeah, they're breaking up, though. So there's
Okay.
still, there's not as many as there used to be on the south side, but there's still some pretty good patches over there. But you can fish in between the weed patches, and that's where guys catch walleye all the time this time of year. They put
Really?
I'll
From the
take
causeway?
16th-ounce jig with in a boat.
Oh.
You can catch them from the causeway, but
Oh.
boat is better.
Okay.
It's like a 16th or an 8th ounce jig head with a chunk of night crawler, and you just dip it down in the weeds
Yeah.
and bounce it around a little bit.
We always use jerk baits,
You
stick
can do
baits.
that.
Yeah,
And fish the edges of them.
yeah.
You can do that and catch them. You can troll for them. You can troll deep divers in the creek channel. There were a lot of guys that were drifting in the creek channel there just south of the causeway where it comes under the bridge, and maybe 30 or 40 yards out there were a few boats on one of the turns in the creek channel that guys were I don't think they were anchored up there because it wasn't that windy. But that was one thing that when I went last week and did really well on the fish,
The
crappies,
same place?
Yes, the
Oh.
crappies and the bluegills last week. I went there yesterday, and nothing, zero.
You're kidding.
And the main reason that I believe why is because there was no wind.
Oh.
No wind from that direction. So
Because of the fish or because of the movement of
because
the
of
lure?
the movement of the lure.
Okay.
It's got to be moving around. And I tried moving it around, but they just wouldn't hit.
Oh.
But I think with the hot weather also, they went out deep and were because there was a gentleman fishing off the causeway a little bit down from me, about 40 yards, and he was throwing little pieces of red worm out on the bottom, but pretty far out. He was catching bluegills. So.
He was.
Yep, but they were small. So
Yeah.
But I didn't have any live bait. I just used my cast craze.
Okay. So
Which
what
And,
direction was
so
the
I moved
wind?
around like 8 different times, both sides of the causeway. On the south side, it was windier, and I had more bites there, but they still weren't hitting that hard. They weren't taking the lure. So I did finally catch one bluegill. My last
Wow.
place. I was on the southwest side, and where it's all weedy, the closer you get to shore, it's really weedy, and the closer you get to where the overpass is, it's less weedy, but you can see the patches of weeds. So I was fishing in between those, and I threw a way out and was sitting there, and I was messing with my other line, changing the depth, and I look up, and my rocket bobber stands up, and it just goes and sinks down, and
Ooh.
caught a nice bluegill, but that was it.
Really?
And cast it back out there again, trying to find a pattern or something to,
Yeah.
it's usually this time of year those bluegills will school up, and nothing, not a zip, zilch.
He was
So
a
what
lone
about-
He was
ranger.
the lone,
Oh.
a
So
lone wolf.
I hear they're really doing good with the perch
Mm-hmm.
on Lake Erie.
Yep, Lake Erie's doing gangbusters, so they're really doing well on the perch out by the islands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down was it Green?
Green
They're
Island.
Green
The
Island.
west
The
side of
different
Green
cans.
Island.
Yep, and
So
A
what
can and B can, and
Why?
those are the buoys that are out there.
Why are they
that show
there? And what are they for?
They show the channels. They show the reefs. They show.
So are they? Is there reefs around the cans?
No.
Not really.
They're to mark the
They're,
shipping.
They're shipping channels. It's the shipping
channels.
channel coming
Shipping
into
lanes.
Yeah,
So
coming into
there's-
Sandusky and
so
all that.
it's just a way to say where they're fishing, but
Yep.
there's no draw to
No,
the perch to
usually not.
the cans.
Usually no.
Okay.
They're
So
they're deeper or shallower on
if-
the sides of the can.
if people are confused about where the different cans are, they
Yeah.
do put them on maps.
Right.
So they do show up on the different
'Cause they
marine
talked a
maritime
lot about
maps. And,
basically fishing the cans.
Yep, fishing the cans, and then they were fishing south of Green Island and doing really well. I even heard a report from the Sandusky Bait Company, which is on Sandusky Bay at Broad Street Landing, that they were catching some perch off the dock there, so right off the shore.
Wow.
So, and guys
Does
are
that
getting them.
happen in the fall?
Yes,
yeah.
Okay.
guys are getting them off of Cleveland too.
Yeah.
But not a lot of people are fishing off Cleveland for perch because you can only keep 10.
Yeah.
And I did see a report. I don't know the veracity
Yeah.
of the report,
Yeah.
which means if it's
Truth.
true or not.
Okay.
Joe.
But I did see something on social media that I'm taking with a grain of salt. But if it's true, God bless him. There was a report from Conneaut that
Yes,
somebody
I
was
heard something.
somebody had caught some big perch that
Yes.
were 14 and a half,
Wow.
big
Oh.
tanker perch
Oh,
like
I didn't hear
they
the
get
size.
out there.
Yeah, okay.
So,
But it could be.
but it could be because that's not uncommon out there.
Really?
And
And that's 30 limit?
yes,
Oh.
because
Oh.
it's east of Fairport.
Is Fairport the mark?
I think the Grand River just passed it as the mark.
What starts it to the east?
I don't know if it's the Ashtabula River or just past Grand River.
No,
I
to
can't
the
remember.
east.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, west. Is it Cranberry Creek?
it's
like
it's
area?
about Cranberry. Yeah,
So
it's,
if you
it's
went
a
out
little
of Cranberry,
it's a little bit east of the
Cranberry.
of the mouth of the Huron River.
So you could go out of Cranberry Creek.
as long as you went west out of there, you could.
Because in fact,
Yeah.
I saw some
But
notes.
Vermilion, they're catching them off Vermilion, but you can
Okay.
only keep 10. They're catching them off
Oh.
Lorraine, but you can only keep 10.
But if you
catch
go
them off
west,
right, if you
then
go
it's
west
30.
of there, then it's
Okay.
30.
because he's
So-
Cranberry Creek that knew we had him call in.
Mm-hmm.
He's carrying the divers and he's doing well selling them, so that's good
Oh,
news.
good.
Yeah, but it's new owners, so looks like they have a lot of good facilities for boaters, and
Yeah,
there
they're-
is a public.
they've got the
not a
dock,
public.
there's
There's a
It's a ramp you can pay,
right,
but it's
right.
It's right there near Ruggles Reef. They catch smallmouth out there and
Walleyes. too.
walleyes.
So out of
and-
there,
There's a bunch
Yeah.
of big boulders there,
Mhm.
and you can always catch fish there
Yep.
if you know halfway what you're doing.
Yeah, there are a lot
you
of
know?
resident fish that stay
Yeah,
shallow.
they just
so.
stay
so
there.
But a lot of the guys, I just got a message from Michael Bray of the Church of Perch, who knows his boundaries. Let me
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
you,
yeah,
because he is the Pope.
okay.
So he said
Is
it's
he
about
from
Route
Chicago?
61. It's about Route 61, or the Angry Bull Restaurant, if you know where that
So
is.
where is that from
I remember
Cranberry
the
Creek?
Angry Bull.
Where
That is west of Cranberry Creek.
so
Yeah.
so Cranberry Creek is in the 10.
Yes.
So you have
Yeah.
to go
west
West of Cranberry. Yeah.
sort of considerable,
past Route 61.
which is like how far?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
7
okay.
miles, maybe
Something like
5,
that.
7 miles.
Oh,
something.
okay.
Off
Okay. Okay.
It's on the water, so
Yeah.
They got
Okay.
a big marker on a big red line.
Red line that
on the
knows
water.
painted.
water
Yeah, you can see it.
limitations.
Goes
Yeah,
all the way to
okay.
Canada.
Okay. What else are they catching then
They're,
besides?
they're getting walleyes,
Yeah.
but they're going. Folks are going out of Cleveland and Wildwood and East Lake, but they're going way out.
Oh, really?
70 feet of water.
Yeah, 60
Whoa.
Way
70
out.
feet. It's a run.
That's
So,
a long way.
But they're getting really good quality walleyes. They haven't started coming in yet, but out that far, they're catching walleyes and a few steelhead too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but they're going to start here pretty soon. We got another week of hot weather,
Yeah.
and
It's going to
But-
cool off a
but
little.
you're
but
going to
then
see,
90 next weekend.
Yeah.
So
and but the nights are starting to cool a little
Yes.
more.
yeah. In
So-
fact, they
You
were
get
really
these
nice.
fresh steelhead. They taste just like salmon, I
Mhm.
think.
Can you
they're
put honey
good.
on
good.
it?
You can put honey on whatever you want, Joe.
Yeah, you can
Thank
do-
you, dear.
How's that?
Thank you, dear.
Because you're so sweet.
Yes.
You need to
He puts honey on his celery, you know.
Yeah.
Right. He's
What else? We
I don't
got
know,
some
I'm checking.
check-in.
Oh, the another thing that happened yesterday, the folks at Cascray hooked up with the Division of Wildlife and put in some man-made structures at Deer Creek. So
Where is Deer Creek?
this is the Deer Creek. There's 2 Deer Creeks in
Yeah,
Ohio.
there are.
This is the
Right.
Deer Creek in Stark County,
Which is
which is just north of Alliance, the Deer Creek there.
so that's to the east of Cleveland.
No,
Yeah.
south.
South
Well, yeah,
Southeast.
southeast. Okay.
Yeah.
And where's the other Deer Creek?
over
It's
east
further
of
by
Buckeye.
Pataskala.
Where's that?
Pataskala.
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 I know.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
southeast.
Southeast.
Oh, okay.
Southeast
It's
Ohio,
east
that
of
way.
Buckeye Lake.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
but it's south, way further south
Yeah.
than this Deer Creek.
Hmm.
But it goes, there's Deer Creek and then Walborn Reservoirs right there too. So they're pretty close. And Stark Parks runs parks in both of them. They're nice places to fish. Deer Creek has good panfish populations, bluegills and crappies, and get the occasional perch. But it also has hybrid striped bass, wipers, and they get pretty big in there. So that's always a fun
to
catch. They fight like the Dickens.
I never caught one in Ohio.
They are.
What is a
They
Dickens?
pull.
What's a
You are Dickens. You're little Dickens.
Yeah.
Yep. Have you no brain? You're foolish
You
nuts.
have no brain.
Jumping
I
around.
can
That's a
see-
little.
I can see
that's-
your grandmother going like
That's right.
this to you.
That's the jumping round is a little
Jumping
Dickens.
round.
Yeah, jumping around is a
Jumping
little
round.
Dickens.
Oh, is that what that
That's
is?
what that is, Joe.
Oh, so
You should know what a little Dickens is.
Oh,
Here, where's that mirror? Let's hold it up. Right there's a little Dickens. There it is.
you're a big Dickens.
That's me. Big
Okay,
Daddy.
Well, then let's take a break.
Still have that sign.
Oh, and
free to
they're
good
still
home.
catching bass. Bass like to hit in the hot weather.
Yeah.
You get down in the weeds
They
in
say
early
here they're-
mornings and in the evenings.
They say here they're catching muskie
Mhm.
at West Branch, Leesville, and Clear Fork,
My
and Pima.
son caught a muskie
Where'd he catch it?
in the
Mahoning?
Mahoning,
Oh.
Ooh,
but I can't say where.
Oh, no,
okay.
secret.
I bet it was under a log.
I don't know. And pike. He caught pike in the Cuyahoga. I remember that.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll take a break. You're listening to Inside the Great Outdoors. We're in the home stretch, so we'll take a short break
Thank goodness.
and be back.
I got my first real six string, bought it at the 5 and dime, played it till my fingers bled.
If you troll for walleye, steelhead, or even salmon, you need to check out Castaway's Magnetic Divers. The release is magnetic, so if it trips accidentally, no need to retrieve it. Simply give the line slack, it sinks and resets itself automatically. When fishing is slow, trip the diver when trolling. It will come up through the water column and very often trigger a strike because you are now covering different depths. It can be set to go off to the right, left, or straight behind the boat. It comes in 3 sizes and different colors. Why not try one today? You can order them online at castaway.com. That's castaway.com with a K. You will not only improve your fishing success, but will make trolling fun again because of no more retrieving after a false release. That's Castaway's Magnetic Diver at www.castaway.com with a K.
Thanks for listening. Do you enjoy a good story about hunting or fishing? Then you need to get your hands on Tales from the Trails, the real-life adventures of Castaway Coulis. Take a journey around the world with Joe as he recounts some of his best hunting and fishing trips, from Africa to Alaska, from behind the Iron Curtain to Australia. You can share in his memories through the book, complete with pictures to take you on the journey. It's a trip back in time looking through the eyes of an outdoors legend. Order your copy today on Amazon or at castaway.com. That's castaway with a K.com. Thanks for listening to the Inside the Great Outdoors podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or stories you'd like to share, shoot us an email at jcoulis@castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. We'll share your comments with our audience on the following week's show. Thanks again for listening to Inside the Great Outdoors.
Welcome back. Listening to Inside the Great Outdoors storytelling time. And I remember one of the trips to Africa where I was going to hunt rhino. And so the guys, I'm trying to think which came first. Was Alaska or was Mongolia? Because it was the same guys. So I think it was after we went to Mongolia. But whatever. But anyways, the same group of guys were hunting in Africa the week before I got there, or 2 weeks. So they says, okay, we'll keep track of the rhinos, that because they were in hunting rhino, and so you'll know at least what area to go when you come. So finally get there and come into the camp, and I, of course, first thing, where are the rhinos? He says, well, we saw a rhino over here, and the next day it was dead, the poachers. And then there's a good one over here, but now it's dead. So there were like 7 or 8 rhinos that were poached while they were there. And they just cut off the horn and leave the rest.
Mm-hmm.
And so this was like, oh boy, man, am I gonna get a rhino here? So we're going, and we go down this little trail, real thick. There are trees on the right and heavy high. There's a lot of high grasses there, like 7, 8, 9 feet, 10 feet tall. Anyway, we're going down this trail. They're game trails, but then the guides use them a lot, and people walk on them, so they become like a road, but just, I don't want to say a road because it's really a trail with 2 sides to it for a vehicle. And so we were going down, and in the middle of the road is a rhino dead. I thought, oh, shoot. So we go up to it, and the horn was still on it, but it was half cut off.
Uh-oh.
They said, get back in the vehicle, because these guys they shoot them with guns, so they says, better get back in that vehicle, because they're right here. And what they were worried about is a couple days before that, there was a native that was out walking for whatever, and he knelt down there was a little creek, so he knelt down to drink some water, and as he stood up, he looked at a tree right next to it, and there was a poacher in it, and it shot him dead right there. Boom. So they said, you better be careful. And so in fact, they warned us. We actually had to where we had to take our guns. Usually you left the guns in the vehicle or somewhere, which they're safe. But he says, you better take your rifles to bed with you, because this is getting really bad. And they're getting, because you just disappear. They shoot you, and nobody ever knows what happens to you. Because they would make more money from that one horn that they could probably make in a lifetime. So to them, it's, whoa, there's rhinos. So basically every decent rhino that they found, they killed. So we actually went to another area and never did shoot a rhino there. But we went to another place completely far away, and that's where I was able to get the rhino. But that was kind of scary when you go to the rhino and you know how many guys are around, how many rifles, are they up in a tree? It was scary. In fact, there were some times, not when I was there, but before I got there, when the hunters came near some of these rhinos, they were actually hearing gunshots to scare them away. So it got really bad. So it was, but yeah, I'll never forget that. And it's like, wow, because you can't see anywhere. You could see the rhino on the road, but that was it. But where are these poachers at? And you could have got killed really easily. So that was kind of an exciting part of hunting in Africa. It is a real experience. I mean, the neatest thing is you eat breakfast. Okay, and I've told you before, but they wake you up. It's in the dark. You want to leave. You leave probably right at daylight, just starting to get light, because you got a ways to go before, so you can drive in the dark. So they get you up early enough that they wake you up, bring you tea or coffee by your bed, hot water to wash up, and they give you like 20 minutes to get ready. But and then after you eat breakfast, you usually go and sit by the fire for a little bit till they get everything ready to go. But then after supper, the same thing. You eat supper, and then you go and you sit by the fire. And when you're in Africa, you talk stories of Alaska. And when you're in Alaska, you talk stories of Africa. But to hear because the lions roar, or you hear the hyenas. So the sounds are like, but the neatest thing is a lion roars 7 times. It's a loud roar and a shorter. And so you sit there and not far from the tents and the campfire, you hear these lions and you just think, wow. So the mystique of what's going on out there is really, really cool. So
Are those roars kind of territorial, you think, or what are they?
that could be. That's a good question because it's usually the male.
Yeah.
But it's a roar, 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 roar. And it's the same thing. But yeah, and it's you think, wow, there's lions right here, which is of course you can't see nothing, but it was a cool experience that you'll never forget, and just sitting by the fire there, because it gets cool in the evening. But yeah, that was a tradition every evening, getting to listen to the lions roar. So, and sometimes 2 different ones or whatever. But yeah, it must be a territorial because it's usually the male. So yeah, that would be a. Do they do that in the zoo or not? Do you ever remember?
They roar, but not. I don't think at the same time at night like that all the time.
But what kind of a roar was it? Was it that?
Yeah, it was a pretty deep roar.
But I mean, was it like I said, a deep one and less, but
No.
a cadence?
No, not that I've ever heard.
So it was just like a roar.
Unless not the lion keepers may say something different. You know?
Okay. Huh. But yeah, it was because you'd sit there and you'd know
I don't believe them.
Oh, now why?
The roars. I don't believe them.
Why?
Because they're lying.
Oh, you are just one funny dilly-dally. Oh, God. How do you know they're a lion?
Because
Yes.
they weren't, then why were they call them something else?
Oh, they would call them doodads.
Yeah, just like they call them doodads. That's right. There's an owdad.
Is there?
Yeah,
And then
that's
there's a
doodad's
doodad.
cousin.
Oh, so my buddy, Andy, who I get
Yeah.
to sit every night, every evening, church. And so I gave him some cucumbers last week. Oh, he was in his glory. Oh,
Those are good cucumbers.
are they?
Yeah.
Good. I learned that you
put
pick
honey on them?
No.
Okay.
I learned you pick them smaller. I was used to let
There
'em
you go.
get really big. No.
Now you're learning.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
You can teach an old dog new
See that?
tricks.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
But he really enjoyed them. And because he brought up the fact.
You get a B+ in cucumbers on this
Do I?
show today. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And I'm learning, and I'm doing the same thing with tomatoes, picking them early. But he brought up the fact that he said, didn't one of you guys talk about the mockingbird? And he says, I thought they were really rare. And so you say they're not.
They're not as common up this far, but you can still see them.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're
So-
Southern Ohio. They're
Yeah,
quite
they're
a
more
few.
common. They're
So-
more
Kentucky,
southern.
so they're not
Tennessee, yeah,
Rare,
Georgia.
but they're not common.
Right.
In between. Okay. Which he brought up, and I forget. But he's so nice to visit with. His sight, unfortunately, is really bad, but he's got a good sense of humor, and he's 90-some year, 94 or something. But he listens all the time, so I haven't been saying a hello to him on the air. He gets a charge of it. So I got to say hello to Andy, my buddy. And, so I'm taking him some cucumbers. So, but it's and we had a new organist. So she was very nervous. And so when I left, I went by her and I gave her the thumbs up, and he says, "Yeah, when she's done, I'm gonna clap." But it's nice for those, you know, people to get to, you know, enjoy life yet when they're.
They had I always talked about the organist at the Akron Civic Theater back in the 30s, 40s.
What?
At the Akron Civic Theater, when they'd play movies and stuff,
Oh, really?
They had an organist.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And
yeah.
his name was Wild Oscar. And because he was very animated when he played, so they
Okay.
called him Wild Oscar.
Yeah.
And my mom said when they were kids, they'd say, "Hey, let's go down to the Civic and watch Wild Oscar's organ rise," because it came up out of the floor.
Really? So his organ rose?
Yeah,
According to Mom.
that's what happened.
Oh my! Oh, they at the Cleveland at the Chicago Cleveland is playing Chicago, in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
So they brought in yesterday a lady to play the organ during the game,
Mm-hmm.
which they used to do, but they don't. I think it started with who was the one where they sang "Take Me Out to the Ball Game"? That
Harry Carey.
Harry Carey.
Harry Carey.
That he started that, and that kind of went with the organ thing, and then but they brought her in. I guess she plays on an organist plays on. It's a woman now on Sunday during the Sunday games, but they had her yesterday, and it's neat to hear. You know, I mean, an organ is a really neat instrument.
Yeah, they're
I mean,
pretty neat.
you know, with some of the big ones. So,
Mm-hmm.
but we got to take a break because we got good news on the line, Joe Keel.
Oh,
So
we need
We need some help.
culture
Yeah,
definitely today.
we
you
need
need
help.
culture. I got plenty. That and honey and sweetness. We'll take a break. We'll be back.
Northfield Fireplace.
Are you ready to catch the big one? Introducing Kodiak Fish Attractant Catfish Bombs, your ultimate secret weapon for a successful fishing trip. Designed with fishermen in mind, Kodiak Catfish Bombs release an irresistible scent that draws catfish in from miles away. Just toss it in, wait a bit, and watch the action unfold. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, these bombs are hot stuff. Perfect for the weekend angler or those late-night catfish excursions. Watch your catch rate explode with Kodiak Fish Attractant Catfish Bombs. Available online at castaway.com. That's castaway with a K.com. Thanks for listening to the Inside the Great Outdoors podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or stories you'd like to share, shoot us an email at jcoulis@castaway.com. That's castaway with a K. We'll share your comments with our audience on the following week's show. Thanks again for listening to Inside the Great Outdoors.
If you troll for walleye, steelhead, or even salmon, you need to check out Castaway's Magnetic Divers. The release is magnetic, so if it trips accidentally, no need to retrieve it. Simply give the line slack, it sinks and resets itself automatically. When fishing is slow, trip the diver when trolling. It will come up through the water column and very often trigger a strike because you are now covering different depths. It can be set to go off to the right, left, or straight behind the boat. It comes in 3 sizes and different colors. Why not try one today? You can order them online at castaway.com. That's castaway.com with a K. You will not only improve your fishing success, but will make trolling fun again because of no more retrieving after a false release. That's Castaway's Magnetic Diver at www.castaway.com with a K.
Thanks for listening to the Inside the Great Outdoors podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or stories you'd like to share, shoot us an email at jcoulis@castaway.com. That's castaway with a K. We'll share your comments with our audience on the following week's show. Thanks again for listening to Inside the Great Outdoors. Hey.
Welcome back. Time for some good news with Good News Keel. Right there, buddy?
That's right. Yeah, I put a link on the ITGO Facebook page to landowners that may want to participate in dedicating some of their land to grassland, establishing grasslands for ground nesting birds like quail and so forth. They've got like $9 million to distribute among landowners that want to participate in the program. If you're interested in going, looking into that, there's a link there. There's also, you can go to wildohio.gov and find out more if you don't want to hit the link. Anyway, that's good news. I also thought that I'd read a few more field reports from the Ohio Division of Wildlife because they could be interesting, and they don't always involve lawbreakers.
Mm-hmm.
Although the first one does. This comes to us while patrolling the Mad River. State Wildlife Officer Nick Oliver, assigned to Champaign County, observed an individual on an inner tube discard a glass bottle into a wooded area on the Mad River Wildlife Area. Suspect was issued a summons for unlawfully disposing of trash on public land. He was found guilty and fined $205 in fines plus court costs.
Mm.
You know, this, to me, we've talked about litter before, but having spent a lifetime in law enforcement, I have come to the conclusion there are two kinds of people in this world. There are responsible people, respectful people, and then there are irresponsible people and people that have no respect for anyone else or anything.
Right.
Yeah.
And
just like the people who leave the empty cartons from the bait and fishing line where they're fishing.
That's right. Well, you know, litter is signals a larger issue. You know, someone who thinks nothing of littering also thinks nothing of stealing or cheating or lying or
driving under the influence.
That's right.
Boating
That's right.
under the influence.
All of the above.
Exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly right. Hey, here's a nicer story. During this past summer, State Wildlife Officer Josh Elster, assigned to Pickaway County, which I always like the name of Pickaway County, was contacted by a landowner who found a white-tailed deer stuck in the mud near a pond. Officer Elster responded and helped the exhausted deer onto solid ground and into a shaded area. He washed the mud off the deer's face so it could see and left it to rest and recover. Officer Elster asked the homeowner to contact him if the deer had not moved by the next morning. The landowner reported that the following day the deer had left the area. Oh,
good.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hey, another guy. This was in Mahoning County. Officer Thomas Frank, assigned to Mahoning County, he contacted an angler at the Bonner Road boat ramp. He discovered that he had a warrant for failing to appear for a previous fishing license violation. So he cuffed him and stuffed him and took him to the Portage County Jail and wrote him again for fishing without a license. He paid $227 in fines and court costs.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Good.
You know, some people. Yeah, I know.
Need more of that.
You know, and that litter thing. When I was on patrol, people rarely litter in front of a marked cruiser, but sometimes it happens because they're just not paying attention. And I really, really enjoyed citing them in the court. That didn't happen often, but when it did, it was very gratifying.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, and they always say things like, "Oh, it's just what's the big deal?
I know.
Don't you have a bank robber to go catch?"
That's right. That's right.
It's just a cigarette butt.
They're not not robbing many banks. Jeez.
And then quickly, one other story. This is out of District 5, which is down southwestern Ohio. They recently hosted a training. ODNR did for the World Affairs Council. I'm not sure what that is. I'd have to look it up, but I didn't. But anyway, there were representatives there from Cincinnati area and northern Kentucky, all wildlife officials, and the training was initiated to curb illegal fishing in other countries, specifically in this one, Africa. There were representatives from Algeria, Angola, Namibia, Seychelles, South Africa, and they wanted to learn more about Ohio's fisheries enforcement.
Really?
So they had an hour down there. And, this is an issue that was raised a couple of years ago, and I think we may have talked about it, but down in Summit County, there was an influx of immigrants from Asia who had no idea that there were such things as wildlife law.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
They still don't
And
know.
so, yeah, but at least, credit to the Division of Wildlife. They thought, here we've got a bunch of people they really don't know. Let's kind of put the word out and gather them up and see if we can educate them. And they did have a couple of classes where they brought in those interested to learn about it. Because, these countries they come from, they don't have if they do have laws like for wildlife conservation, they don't enforce them if they laws
So
are.
they
But
think
otherwise,
that it's unlimited. Take as many fish as you
Yeah,
want.
right.
Watch your dogs and cats too.
Yeah.
So I mean, cite people violating the law, but if they really are from another culture and have no idea, teach them about it, and then pop them if they
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I
that's
guess with that you do have
It's
to.
happened since those classes and everything else, and they do catch people down there, and they ticket them, and they go to the court, and the judge always throws it out. So it's
it's
a revolving door thing, and it's like
there's your
and that's a problem.
well
and
I have no solution for other than
Well,
putting pressure
and
on
in
the-
general, a lot of the judges just make it a little thing, no matter
well,
what.
they
and
can
Well-
they can do all sorts of they can make them go to a class. They can make them go to do
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Or,
Exactly. Exactly.
And
I know.
I forget where I was reading about the export of snapping turtles to foreign
To China.
countries. China, yeah.
Mhm.
Really?
They're taking
all
tons
turtles.
and tons of all
That's one
kinds
of-
of turtles.
I thought I read a report from like upstate New York or somewhere up there.
Here's the deal. They were leaving New York, but the problem was, and that's what precipitated Ohio's laws getting more restrictive on the taking of snapping turtles, because these guys that were illegally exporting turtles out of New York were running out of turtles. They were coming to Ohio
Yeah.
Oh,
to send them to China. Yeah.
wow.
So, yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah,
but
they
it brings
net
us
them. They'll for one turtle they'll get like a couple $100 for one turtle.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, see, it's all
And-
money. It's all based.
Yeah.
which brings us to what something Albert Einstein once said.
Okay.
Here comes our culture.
Yeah.
Two things are infinite: the universe and human stupidity. And I'm not so sure about the universe.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ain't
Yeah.
that the truth?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
Well, Albert, he had an edge to him at times. Didn't
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
yeah. Wow.
he? Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
Well, that's all I got.
that's all you got. All right.
That's
we'll
all
talk,
we
all I
need.
got.
That's
Yeah.
all we need, Joe.
Okay.
talk to you next week.
All right, guys. Have a great
Yeah.
week.
See you, buddy.
Okay, bye, Joe.
So,
Yeah.
any
Bye-bye.
fishing in your forecast today?
Probably not today.
Not today.
I may go during the week sometime, but
Yeah.
I got to work on my boat, Joe. Got to
that's
get
right.
it ready.
I'm sorry. You're right. You're
Got
right.
to get it ready to go.
Yeah, that's right. And so if you go during the week, where are you going to go?
I don't know. Probably Portage Lakes or Nemisilla.
Yeah, that's your home ground.
But-
huh?
Yeah, it's close.
It's close.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see. We shall see. That's a good thing about this area in Northeast Ohio. I have a plethora of options.
Oh yes.
Yeah, a lot of places.
So lots of places to
Yes.
go. Watch out for that mic.
Yeah, it bit me.
Watch out for that nose.
Tries to bite my nose.
Sorry.
Jeez.
Mr. Microphone, watch out for his nose.
Yes. Thank you.
He's always sticking it somewhere.
Where it don't belong. Oh, yeah.
Jumping around.
The look on your face.
Was it?
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
A couple blinks of the eyes.
Yeah.
That was good.
What was that?
I know.
It's
What
like
the
a-
heck? What's rubbing on my
The
nose?
old schnozzle.
I never run
really
into the
whacked that
microphone
microphone.
Oh, jeez.
That was a good one.
Was it? Yeah, that's
Oh.
good. At least you guys got a nice laugh out
Mhm.
of it.
Well, they're tuning up. They're
Oh, they
Irish
certainly are.
musicians next to us.
They've got
You know, those guys always sound good on the radio. I don't know if you guys listen
Yeah.
to them on the way home. I
Yeah,
always
but
do. They sound
And
good.
Lenny's running around getting everything ready
Yeah.
for him. And
It's
Oh,
going
he's
to be
got
good.
the-
Jerry's all
got
excited.
He's
over
got the
there.
mixer and extra microphones.
wow.
Man.
God, there's hardly any
He-
room in there
gonna
for
be-
anybody
stripped
to
us
fit.
of everything. All we have is our microphones in front
Yeah,
of us. So.
right. Yeah, we're lucky we got some room in here. So.
Yeah, one of these days we'll bring all of our instruments
Yeah, I
here.
could bring my drums.
Drums, and I'll bring my old accordion.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe can play
My
a taste
one-
of honey.
My one, my one maraca. I don't know what happened to the other one.
Oh, there you go.
I got maracas. My
gotta play
aunt brought me
tambourine.
from Cuba.
Well, that's where this one maraca. I used to have two, but I don't know what happened to the other one. I think
We'll get out there and go make some memories, because the memories you make today could be the most important ones.
And put some honey on it.
Yeah, put some honey on it. There you go. And the older you get, you're going to rely on those memories. So, and it's a little bit of warm, but be careful. Mainly drink water. I'm learning that. And so if you're doing anything at all aggressive, or you could be, you don't have to be sweating to get dehydrated, which I learned. Because I'm not sweating, but you can still be sweating. So make a
sign of dehydration. Not sweating.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. So make a phone call to somebody you haven't talked to in a while. Win-win situation. They'll be happy to hear from you, and you'll get a smile out of it too. So that's win-win. And as my mother would always tell me, now Joe, don't you ever, ever, ever take any wooden nickels.
You've been listening to Inside the Great Outdoors with Joe Kulis, Joe Keogh, and Dr. Norm. Join us every Sunday morning from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. on AM 1420 The Answer. Download the podcast of today's show and previous broadcasts at IGOradio.com. Follow the show on Facebook and get interactive with the cast and crew. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week, 7 a.m., right here on AM 1420 The Answer.